Here's the story. The story has changed. It's not a plunge at the opening bell. It's a comeback. And you were saying this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, I really believe Donald Trump was pointing the way, and if you look at where he's pointing, there are indications of places of great value, of great growth. Invest there.
Okay. Shah Gilani, say the same thing?
I say the same thing. This is unusual. Nobody expected this. Everyone expected the market to be off somewhat. I think this may be a tremendous buying opportunity. If we get back to the highs, this is definitely going to be a buying opportunity. I like to see it lower. I was hoping it was going to crash so I could get in and get extremely long, but we don't have that opportunity.
And look at the mix of the mix of stocks. You've got Walmart was in the green. Yeah, it still is. That's a retail stock. You've got Boeing, defense. You've got the health companies. You've got Goldman Sachs. Broad range of types of stocks moving in the green.
Keep an eye too on big tech. All of those stocks were down 2-3% in the pre-market because of the Donald Trump win. They were seen as not supporting Donald Trump. If those come back, then the market could really pick up.
Caution everybody, you should expect a degree of volatility. You can expect that some people, and they did, come right in at the opening bell, picked up what they thought were bargains. We're up 50, 60 points. You can expect this thing to go up and down. Liz?
Yeah, the chief economist of Manulife Asset Management said no longer will the markets rely on polls because they can't plan long-term on U.S. polls anymore, and that's the fallout here. Could create volatility, which means buying.
Okay, now we're up 74 points, and look who's here. We've got Ash, we've got Liz, we've got Shah Gilani, we've got Scott Shellenden, we've got Peter Kernan. All the conspiracy is right here, everybody. Okay, and we're now, look at this, now we're up 91 points. Watch out, everybody, you're going to see a lot of volatility. You'll be up, you might be down at some point. Volatility is the order of the day. Who expected a Trump victory? Everybody expected that when you get a Trump victory, we would go straight down. Well, we're not. We're up 56 points. Watch out, everybody. Scott Shellenden, with the Dow up 47, 18.3. Is it still a buying opportunity?
You know, not so fast. I think it's all a little bit contrived here, Stuart. You know, it's not that easy to wake up one morning and get 800 points on the Dow. We're going to still be very volatile because, like I said before, the problems haven't gone away yet. Now we just know who our president is. We've got 6 to 12 months of growth to find some growth, so we're going to be very volatile. You said that earlier. That's going to be the story, volatility. So until we find that true growth, this is going to be a bumpy ride.
Yeah, it's interesting, though, to Scott's point, the VIX, the volatility index, down 15%, nearly 3 points, down to 15. And I know you're going to give me the buzzer, but I'm just picking up what Scott was saying that actually it's interesting that right now that volatility is muted.
No buzzer?
Right. Bucking the trend. Well, I don't know whether they're bucking. Those are significant gains for big-name companies. I got Pfizer up, what's that, 9%? Caterpillar up 9%. Good Lord. First of all, Shah Gilani, Pfizer, drug company. Yes. Merck, drug company. Huge gains, Johnson & Johnson, in that line of business. Why? Why are they up?
Well, I think on first blush it probably looks like I don't know that a President Trump is going to immediately be able to overturn Obamacare. He's going to do everything he can. He will probably do something. But one of the first things he may do by executive order is allow these healthcare companies to cross state lines, which are not allowed to do now because Obamacare, people are suffering because of the high premiums. Okay. If he allows them to cross state lines, then he has an opportunity to do something to alleviate the pain.
Okay, now we're dead flat. We were up 91 literally seconds ago. Watch out for that volatility. Scott Shellenden, I can hear you in the background. There you go, he says. Okay. Now, big tech. Explain this one, please, Peter Kernan. All the biggest of big names in tech are down. Why?
Yeah, I think, look, people are looking for other places of value, and there are plenty of them that exist in the market. I'll give you an example. Infrastructure. My bet is that Donald Trump is trying to be conciliatory. One of his first things he's going to expand is infrastructure because everybody agrees. Yeah. All those stocks are cheap.
What's an infrastructure stock?
Well, you can talk about anyone who makes copper, Caterpillar, anybody who has anything in the building trades. I think it'll spill over to housing. I think there'll be a lot of small businesses that benefit.
Copper on a 15-month high on that speculation.
Caterpillar right there, up 6%. That is a new high for Caterpillar. There you go. I want to deal with this, too. The yield on the 10-year Treasury, whilst we're still looking at this volatility in stocks, the yield on the 10-year Treasury has gone all the way up to 1.95%. Yeah. Does that mean, Scott Shellenden, that a rate hike, an interest rate move up, is baked into the cake for December of this year?
I think that's just showing that he's a growth president. I think that's what's showing in that 195 level. And remember, Stuart, we began the year at around 220. So I think, whether I agree with it or not, you could see that rise up to 220, 215 by the end of the year, because that's where we started the year. But I don't think that you're going to see a rate rise. I don't think you'll see one in December now. So we're going to build in or bake in some growth, but not a rate hike.
What's going on screen right now? Okay. Time Warner is down about 2%. There are fears that maybe President-elect Donald Trump will block the deal with AT&T.
He spoke out
Time
against
Warner
it.
goes down. He did speak out against it. He is now President-elect.